The Zoom now. People will join as they join. Let me just go ahead and make some edits to my computer here, and then we'll get everybody in the room. I already got 5 people who are here. So let me, hold on a second here. Let me go over to Zoom. All right, there we go. Oh, wow, there we go. All right, y'all. All right, let me turn my camera around so you guys can see them as well. What's up, everybody? Are y'all punking me right now? Everybody's camera was off. Okay, there we go. What's up, Maria? Lakaya, what's up? What's up, Ariel? Happy to see you here. Good talking to you today. MJ, what's going on? Manny, what's going on? I thought you were still on my IG Live, Manny. I was telling you, I got sort of some Miami weather out here. It's like 70 degrees out here in New Jersey. So I've been sitting outside on my back deck working. I got a big sty on my eye, so I've been sitting here with a chamomile tea bag on my eye, hoping that's going to figure out and solve the problem. We'll see. But anyhow, I want to go ahead and get started because so Matthew, if you want to join, if you go to the link in my, actually, if you just go to www.davidradneypush or go to the link in my bio, you can register for the Wednesday evening script practice call and come right over on Zoom. So definitely open for it. We'd love to have you over. Guys, good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, so let's start off really quickly like we always do. I want to hear some wins. Tell me some wins.
I have a win.
What's up? That's what I'm talking about. Give it to me.
All right. So y'all remember I was telling y'all I was helping my mom find a house, and we found one, and now we're under contract, and her closing date is coming up on March 31st. So
that's quick.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I think I gave you some advice. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did I tell you to use your mom and go out and see some Fizbos so you could say,
"Oh yeah,
with me"? Were you able to do that?
Yeah. I did.
Good.
And I forgot to tell you, I actually had a listing appointment from a Fizbo yesterday.
See that, Ariel? That's what I'm talking about. Those Fizbos, man. Good for you. How'd it go with the Fizbo?
It went pretty good. She told me that she was clearly stressed out, and now she knows that, using a realtor is gonna take the load off her. But we may have to list the property in May because she wants to be present, when we find buyers, and she's gonna be away for a whole month in April. So we just came to the decision that we may have to just list it in May, but we're keeping contact with each other. So
I love it. This is when I want you to get into question mode. What's important to you about being present when we find a buyer?
she told me, she said that she just wants to be present, to see, the inspections and all that good stuff. And she wants to know who's coming in her home because she still lives there. And she just doesn't trust her roommate to, screen the people that walks through her house. So she just wants to be present and a part of the whole process. So I said, I understand completely. There's nothing wrong with that.
I understand that too. Are you aware that by waiting until May, do you know what will happen if she waits until May?
No.
A lot of other people are waiting until May. So if you look at average
Yeah.
and you have more inventory, it does affect the price. So
Oh,
one way
yeah.
to deal with that is isolated. I know you won't be here, but if I set up the showing where I'm here for every showing and I take care of the buyers and they only walk through if I'm with them, would you be comfortable with that? Because you don't
And
want
you
to.
know what? I actually did suggest that because I said, if it's a thing where you're going to be, out of town, we could FaceTime and I could be with the buyers and I can have you on FaceTime and you can still see it. But she's still like, nah, I want to be here. And then she's like, in May, it's going to be summer. So it's going to be more people trying to move into Orlando and things like that. So she's like, that may be our best bet, but I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out. Let's have a conversation about that. If you go to my link in Instagram and go to my
Okay.
website, you can book a 15-minute call with me. I want to talk to you about that. Do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
What's up, Nina? My wife would love to see all that pink and green, that 1908. I see you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
I know Taylor. Hi, Taylor.
All
I don't know
right.
anybody.
What's going on, Nina?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Good.
good. How are you?
Buddy. Good.
Right. Taylor, stay unmuted. And Nina, just to say
Right.
this, my daughter's at Elon University and she's looking to
Okay.
pledge. So little legacy right there. There we go.
There we go.
Yes,
There we go.
yes.
I got a little pussy too.
There we go. All right. Nice to meet you. Happy to have you here.
Okay, thank you. Good to be
You're welcome.
here.
Taylor, you kind of hinted to something when I texted you earlier today. You were like, you know, I want to hear some updates. What's been going on? Can you give me a wins before we get into practice?
Yes, sir. So I was calling expired, and I talked to this dude, had a good conversation with him, and he was like, I'm not ready to sell that property right now. And so I was like, okay. Conversation went along a little while longer, and then I was like, hey, I got to go. And we ended it. Well, then I took a trip up to Oregon, and he just called me, and he's like, hey, there's this property that I want to buy, and I want you to be my agent. And it's listed at 2.5, and I want to offer 2.3, all cash, quick close. And I was like, oh, I was just like, done. So that's my win. That's my goodness.
That's a freaking big win, man. Listen, you feel like, oh, maybe there's no opportunity, but I was saying this on my live the other day. Activity breeds activity, man. You're making the calls, you're having the conversations, opportunities pop up. Quick question for you, Taylor. That's a huge win. Even before you make the offer and it's accepted, the fact that he called you is a win. How are we celebrating that win?
Probably, man, I don't know. I didn't celebrate it at all. Well, I guess I just told my wife, I was like, no matter what happens, like that's just a win. I guess I didn't celebrate it other than just saying like, hey, that's good. I don't know. I might have to do like steaks tonight or something.
Do something, man. Big or small, do something. And Matt said, go get another opportunity. So there you go, man. Happy for you. Glad that's working out. That's really good. Can I get one more win before we get into script practice? Beverly, get ready to, because I'm coming to you soon. Who's got a win? MJ, what's up, MJ?
Hey, so I booked my first listing appointment today. Very excited about that.
Awesome. Did you pre-qualify them?
Some, probably could have done a little bit more. I have like all my little scripts together, but I was on the treadmill when he called. So like we were just like talking through what I could remember while I was on there.
you have an actual pre-qualification script?
I do.
Okay, good.
One that somebody gave me. I've never used it, so I don't know whether or not it works, but I do have one.
If you send me a DM on Instagram, I'll send you one. What I recommend you do when you call to confirm the appointment, hey, I have a few questions I need to cover before I come out. It'll save us a lot of time and go through qualification, because if you have a good one, it's going to be asking questions like, when I come out and we meet, if you're comfortable with me and you're confident I can sell your home, do you plan on listing with me? That question is set up to pull out objections that you might get.
Okay.
He may say to you, well, it depends, I'm interviewing another agent. And that will prompt you to say, well, who are you interviewing? So that you can look that agent up and compare your stats to that agent. Or he may say, it depends on your commission. So that will tell you when you go and you meet with him, you really got to show your value and be able to defend and explain your commission. So pre-qualifying all the questions, the script I have will really help you. I have no problem sending it to you.
Yeah, that would be great. And he did say that he was interviewing other agents. He had talked to somebody from Redfin and one other person. I can't remember where they were from. But he didn't have anything set up. So I booked the appointment for us to.
So get out there to see him first. Get the agents that he plans on interviewing, because if you have their stats and he's like, hey, MJ, I really appreciate meeting with you, but I still need to talk to so-and-so, you can say, hey, I did some homework. Here are their stats. I get my sellers 5% more than they do. So if you feel comfortable and you feel like I can sell your home, why don't we go ahead and sign the paperwork so I can get to work for you? And I'll call those other agents and I'll cancel that appointment so you don't have to waste their time. You don't have to waste your time. Would that be okay? And people will say yes, because they don't really want to have meetings. They don't want to call and cancel either. So if you take that off their plate, you're doing them a service. So I highly would recommend that. Good job, though. That's awesome. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Got it, MJ. Taylor, is your hand back up? Did you have something else real quick?
Yeah, one last thing real quick. So the day after I got the call for the 2.3, a buyer called me wanting to buy a 1.1. And that was somebody that was in my phone. I haven't talked to them for 5 years, but she remembered that I followed up with her like way back when, 5 years ago, but obviously not now.
Oh, he froze. I thought he was okay. I don't know if you guys just heard what Taylor said, and I don't know if he can hear me, but I will call and say this to him later. How cool is that? 1.1. But what else did you guys hear that would put up a red flag? Somebody tell me. Oh, y'all didn't hear it?
He didn't
I
follow
did. He
up.
said he didn't follow up for 5 years.
For 5 years. This is somebody in his phone. How many of you guys have people in your phone that you have not called and they think their impression might be, oh, they're too busy, or maybe they're not even in real estate anymore. I never hear from them. So that should be a lesson to everybody on this call to start calling your database, because you have people in your phone and they buy and sell and invest in property every day. Taylor's lucky this person happened to call him, but he could have lost out on, what is that? Just 3%. It's over 30 grand he could have missed out on by not engaging. And we're all working hard and door knocking, calling FSBOs and expires, and we got a phone full of people we aren't even talking to. We need to call the people in our database. I hope you guys are doing that. If you don't do that, start. All right, Beverly, what's up? What you got for us?
Okay, so I was going to tell you you just reminded me about something when you're talking about calling your database. I had a friend that left me a message. She just was selling her mother's place, her 1031 exchange. A friend of mine. I was like, how come, gee, I'd love selling. Why, you should, I would love to help. Her message back to me was, Bev, I had a bad experience in New York when I was selling my house. I had a very good friend. We're no longer friends anymore. It was horrible for me. It took too much out of me. She had to let her go and fire her. I don't even know what to say back to that.
Say, I completely understand. However, in the future, if you don't feel comfortable working with people that you know, I respect it, at least allow me to send you a referral of someone who works hard like me that can do good job like me, so that you know that you're taken care of. That's what I would say. Because sometimes we don't want to work with people we know. And that's okay. But we should all be putting on social media, hey, I'm your real estate go-to person. And if you don't feel comfortable working with me, or you're in the area where I'm not located, still reach out to me, because I work with partners all across the US and I can send you a strong referral. So take that off the plate so it doesn't feel awkward. And, that's how I would handle that.
Yeah.
All right, Beverly. So you had a situation. Let's talk about it. You mentioned this to me earlier on the phone. Let's talk about that situation so we can role play around it.
Yeah, I had a FSBO and I was this close to getting it done. And she doesn't even live in the area. She lives far away, like about 4 or 5 hours away. It's a house. She has a tenant there for only a couple of more weeks. So that's not even a real big issue. And she was almost going to give it to me. And now what she told me today on the phone was she's thinking about not giving it. She's having a friend put it on the MLS for her. And she's going to take care of everything by herself. The second fold is she passed the real estate exam several years ago. She's an inactive agent. So she thinks she has experience to handle it from beginning to end. So I really was having a little bit of issues on how to handle that.
Okay, let's talk about that. Before I say this, though, Diego, Ariel, Samuel, cameras have to be on. I'll give you until 5:15. If not, I'm going to remove you, and you got to hop over and watch it on Instagram. That's the one rule I have. Well, I have 2 rules. Cameras on, you have to participate. All right, so you guys heard Beverly's situation. Here it is. She's got someone, a for sale by owner. She thought she was close to getting the listing. The lady told her, I have a friend. They're going to put it on the MLS as a flat fee listing, right? And on top of that, the seller just so happens to be a newly licensed real estate agent. What could we say to that person? How can we overcome that, putting it on as a flat fee listing? What would we say to earn that opportunity? Matthew Reed, what's up? What would you say?
Well, you said she's also an inactive agent.
Well, newly licensed agent. She just got her license.
No, she didn't just get it, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood.
Got her license a while ago, a couple of years. I don't know how long ago, not that long. Active. She never practiced, and it's completely inactive.
Got it.
Ooh,
Okay, you got it right, Matthew. My fault. Go ahead.
well, that's a tough one. I would say I would advise her to look into going with a real estate agent because yeah, she may have had access to the MLS, but there's a negotiating aspect. There's
But let me
also
pause you. Why don't you be the agent and actually talk to Beverly like she's that seller? So she just told you all those things, what her plans are. Talk to her as if she's a seller and you want her to actually list with you.
okay. Um, hey Beverly, I would definitely say that I would advise you to potentially list your home with me, because one, I have, a list of investors who are looking to buy currently right at this moment. And as well as I'm also licensed in multiple states.
Okay. Beverly, respond. How would you think she would respond?
But you know what? I appreciate your offer, but I actually have I'm familiar. I have a friend who's a lawyer. This is all true. I have a friend who's a lawyer who could also help me with some of the negotiation. I tried to overcome that. And saying that, lawyers' jobs are basically limited. They're not gonna do the negotiation and handle the paperwork. No, she says this one is her
Well, hold
friend.
on, Beverly. You're supposed to be her. You're
Okay,
supposed to be the seller.
okay, okay, so I'll pretend I'm her.
Yep.
No, thank you for the offer, but I have experience, so I can handle it, and I have friends who can help me handle it along the way. I really like you, but I'm gonna pay that flat fee and get it on the MLS.
Okay, and Matthew, my boy Kevin is saying you got to ask questions, and I think he's absolutely right. So, what are some questions you can ask her that will help you make your case?
Uh, I would ask her like when does she want to sell her property by? Like what's the time frame that she's looking at? Has she already had it listed before?
No, we weren't listed before. This is my first time listing and I need to sell it soon, as soon as possible. But I need to make money because this is for my kids' college.
Okay, so in this scenario,
Wait, you still role playing? Keep talking to her
okay,
like she's a seller.
okay. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to email you my contact information, just in case you change your mind and you're looking for someone to list it on the MLS and have open houses, you could reach out to me. Is it possible if I get your email address, your contact information, just so I could just check up on you and just send you some extra information if needed, or if you need help with any real estate needs?
Okay,
Yes,
Beverly, pause it real quick.
Mhm.
Did you hear what Beverly just said before you responded?
Yeah, she said that she has friends. She's not interested. She
And
has,
what's the money for selling this house?
excuse me,
What's the money for? What is she going to use the money for when she sells this
for
house?
I think her son's college.
Yeah, so
it's,
first of all, I want to pause. This is a part of script. We get so scripted that all we do is kind of talk about what's on the script and we're asking questions. Why
Mhm.
not pause and say, "Oh, that's exciting. Beverly, congratulations. What school are they going to?"
Mhm. Mhm.
Right?
you,
But she's sharing like this is the money I'm using for college.
Yeah.
And college is really expensive right now, isn't it? So I'm sure you will want to make sure you pull all the equity out of this home so that you can pay for the school and also have money left over too, right, Beverly?
exactly.
If I could demonstrate to you, and I have the stats from the National Association of Realtors, that I'm not saying that you can't sell this home, Beverly. I absolutely believe you can sell it. However, the National Association of Realtors does a study every year, and for sale by owners, typically get about 85% of list price. Were you aware of that?
Yep, I am because I have a real estate license. So, I mean, at least I could say I passed the exam. I'm not with any broker. So yeah, I am aware of that.
Yeah.
And believe me, if I'm gonna hire anybody, it's gonna be you because you're the only person I liked. But
Okay. Okay. So are you willing to risk losing up to 15% of your equity to sell it on your own? Or do you think it would be smart to have a conversation with me about how I can help you maximize what you sell this home for so we can pull all your equity out? I mean, I know you know this because of your experience and having your real estate license. So doesn't it make sense that we have a conversation about that?
well, we did have the conversation. I almost signed with you until I had a friend who offered to put it on the MLS. I was ready to go forward. I really was, but little percent, I just need to make sure I have it in my pocket.
Beverly, I can bring you a list of pages of homes that are on the MLS that get canceled, they get withdrawn, and they expired. Being on the MLS, as you already know, being a realtor doesn't guarantee that your home's going to sell. I mean, in Miami, there's a lot of inventory right now. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, I am.
So how do we make sure your home stands out and actually sells as one of the few that sells?
You know what, though? We were in such a great area, and we're actually in Fort Lauderdale, and we're in such a great area, high demand area, and great school district. People love this area. And there's not that much inventory in this little location, not too much. So people are going to want it.
Well, if that's the case, why do you think your home hasn't sold already?
Because I wasn't on the MLS.
I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case. That is not it, because I can show you tons of homes that are on the MLS and they're not selling. I'm sure you'd like to know why and how I get property sold, because that's what you want. You don't want to just have it on the MLS. You want to get it sold, right? That's the type of conversation I would have, Beverly, and just dig into it. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I'm getting her to talk and open up, and we're having this conversation where I'm driving her towards actually listing with me. Diego, cameras up, man. How does that sound to you, Beverly, when you think about her and the conversation you have with her? Do you think that would allow you to push through?
I think you would.
Matt, you have anything you would add to that? Matt is our scripting ninja. So
Yeah,
is
Matt.
there anything that I'm missing out on, Matt, that you think would help with this conversation? And guys, this is not rapid fire script play. I want you guys to come in here with real life examples. Beverly actually has this person that she can list. That's the whole point of Wednesday nights, is talking through these situations, teaching you scripts and asking questions so you can turn around and go get the business. Matt, what you got, man?
Yeah,
I
I'm sorry. He's
just two?
we had two Matts.
I'm sorry, Matt Saporito. Sorry, Matt.
It's all good. I got feedback for both of you, actually. So, Beverly, I would go right into ask more questions, and then like David said, oh, you're going to college? Oh, where's that? Right? We don't want to get stuck being so robotic. Remember, we're mastering the art of the conversation, right? Not the close.
What happened
And then
to that already, Matt? I already
I'm sorry, Henry?
I happen to already know that. I was great with the conversation. Kids going to UF, the other one's already in, and my daughter went there too. I got through all that. So I made sure you're
Okay.
on point, but I already got
So,
that's
so let me ask you then, what do you believe is the reason why she's choosing to trust a friend to just put it on the ML as opposed to your level of expertise?
I think she knows that I have the level of expertise. She thinks that she can save money that way she's trying to chop away as much as she can. And she thinks by the friend who's just going to put it on the MLS, not do anything else. She knows that.
So to David's point, I would go in the direction of highlighting my metrics compared to hers, which are non-existent because she took her test years ago and claims to be, everybody's an expert nowadays. Everybody's got a platform that can put a YouTube video up, dance on a screen, and they think they know what they're talking about. However, you do this every day. You know your market. So I would have measured my numbers and metrics and showed her how I can make X amount more, as opposed to like during the role play, you said, oh, I know that for sale by owners sell for 15% less. Did she really know that?
She said she did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. And do you believe her? Do you believe that she really thinks she knows that?
No, she's probably full of shit.
Exactly. So what I would do is I would make me be accusatory at this point and say, it seems like you're pretty dead set on not using a realtor to try to maximize your profits. Right. And then let her respond. Right. And now she's going to be in a position where she's got to create some level of authority based upon what a lie, which she can't do because you're the expert, the stats. That's where I would go with that. And then leverage my numbers. Again, I don't like shoving my fist down anybody's throat. If she's really dead set on it, and then I would pocket it and keep following up with her and be like, hey, how's that property going? Because in 2 weeks, it's still going to be sitting there, or she's going to take a massive haircut or have a nightmare of a transaction. For Matt Reed, don't give up the close so easy, man. Like she gave you everything you needed to ask more questions, to keep diving into it, and be like, yeah, tell me more about that. What about X leads me to Y? And be a little bit more inquisitive as to what they're looking for. And don't be so quick. Like we close a minimum of 5 times sitting at the table, bro. And you want to close like more than that. So don't give it up so easily.
Okay.
Love that, Matt. And before I go to MJ, Raj, can you do me a favor and send Diego a text and tell him the reason why I kicked him off, his camera wasn't on? So no exceptions, man. He got to either go to IG or he's got to have his camera on. Also,
oh, hell yeah. I'll let him know.
Man,
I
also,
also have a question.
people on here, Kevin was saying, it is really a question about saving. Is it really a question about saving money or maximizing the amount of money you get in return by using an agent? So you got to be asking questions, and that's a really good question. MJ, what you got?
The only thing that I would say is like dig more into the numbers. So like when she said, yeah, her fee is cheaper, whatever, and then also mention that part about her son going to college, just bringing it back to that. Like, okay, so you said it was important that you have a little bit of money left over, pay for his college fee. So what you're saying is you would rather go with your friend, pay her X amount instead of paying me whatever my amount is and getting this much more, like 20,000 more. So you're saying you want to leave that 20,000 on the table? Well, no. I'm not saying I'm trying to leave that money on the table. I just want to have a lower fee. Right. But I just told you that 15% more would be $50,000 in your pocket. So you're telling me that you want to leave that money on the table in order to not have an agent that you're working with. I think those numbers would like really make it make sense. And it's not, maybe it is, but I don't feel like it's pushy. It's just saying, okay, I got it. We're not working together because you want to leave that money because that 2% difference between me and the other person is really throwing you off.
I love that. And really quickly, our lore, LORE, language of real estate, it's knowing our numbers, our list price versus our sales price ratio. So Beverly, you're not up against another agent, but you're up against the MLS. You can look and see what the average list price versus sales price ratio is for the MLS, the average days on market on the MLS, and see if your numbers are better. And then you can say, hey, I'm not saying you can't sell it. However, look at what your results will be overselling it on the MLS. These are how my numbers compare. And so I would run those numbers and come to her and show her MLS listed properties versus properties listed with me or properties listed with my office. Show the lore, have that conversation as well. All right, next one. Who's got the next one? Oh, Sean is here. Sean, I feel like you're famous, man. I see you on Recon. I'm working out on YouTube. I see you all the time, man. What's up? Who else has been making calls? Tell me something that you guys have got on the phone, because this call shouldn't be me talking as much. It should be you guys making your calls during the week, writing down the objections, the tough questions you're getting, coming to this call saying, I had this issue, I didn't overcome it, what could I have said? So are we making our calls? Yeah, so give me something. What are you guys coming up against?
And I don't mind being a role play partner with
Awesome.
whoever's next.
I will come to you, MJ. You know your stuff. I'm gonna come to you. I love it. All right, who was talking?
It was me. I want to hear what people's openers are. What are you using when someone answers a phone?
So are we talking anybody in general or FSBO expired or circle prospecting? What are we talking?
Well, I'm not hearing any objections coming up. So I want to see if we're even just making calls in general.
All right. So I'm going to have MJ being my seller, and I'm going to have Ariel. Ariel, throw it up. So I'm going to say ring, ring, and I want you to get into your opener. Let's go. Ring, ring. Wait, well, go ahead, Ariel. Go ahead.
I was raising my hand to say one thing I experienced today when I was making some calls is, and one thing I'm new. This is my first one. I'm joining, but getting past the wanting to hang up on you like right away. Like I already tried today. I used the wait, and then tried to like, hey, let's talk for at least a minute or 2 minutes. But definitely running into some of the quick click, and like just not having actual conversations for sure.
All right, let's see how you handle that. So MJ, be one of those sellers that are like, hey, I don't have time, I gotta go. Like you're rushing him off the phone. Ariel, I know it's your first time here, but let's go ahead and get you broken in, and let's see how you handle that when you're on the phone.
Any scenario shit, FSBO expired or don't know?
What do you want?
Let's do an expired.
An expired listing, perfect. I love expired. So it's ring, ring. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
I'm not trying to sell my house. I know it shows up as expired. I gotta go.
Wait. Just 1 second. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to be respectful of your time, but if
Yeah, everybody is calling me about my home. I know it's posted as expired. I don't want to sell it.
oh, I could totally respect that. I understand it must be very overwhelming for you, but if you don't mind me asking, why were you looking to sell in the first place?
I need to downsize. I really need a different place. It wasn't selling, and yeah, so I'm just really frustrated and not really wanting to talk about it right now.
No, I totally understand. I know these past couple weeks has probably been very frustrating not being able to sell it, but I think obviously it is important to you to downsize and I'm assuming alleviate some of that pressure of this bigger home that you don't really need anymore. And like I said, I want to be respectful of your time right now. So if I could show you a way using my techniques of marketing homes and strategies with selling homes that have been successful for clients in the past, would that be something that's worth your time just to set up a quick meeting, maybe 15 minutes of your time?
This is the second time I've tried to sell my home, and both times it didn't sell. So I doubt there's anything you do different than anybody else.
Well, I would definitely like to go ahead a little bit more in detail of, did you even get any offers on the property the first two times around?
They were all lowball offers, so nothing I wanted to accept. I have a bottom minimum price that I'm willing to accept on my house.
Understood. And were you getting feedback from these other buyers and their agents that the home was overpriced?
Uh, no.
Okay. And when you say you have a bottom line number, is that because you need the funds from this sale to buy the new home?
I've seen what other homes have sold for. I know what my home is worth. I've been here long enough to get what I'm asking for it.
Okay. And so when you say you've seen what the homes have sold for, so obviously there are some comps to support it. Now, those people who were putting in the low ball offers, was there any negotiation done by your listing agent on your part to bring up that? Oh,
That was time. I just gave you 2 minutes to hear the opening. Somebody tell me how you think he did, Raj or Sean. Like, somebody tell me how you guys think he did on that particular role play.
I think he did great.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was persistent. He didn't get intimidated by any of the responses.
How about right in the beginning, like when you first started off?
I got this.
Okay.
So,
Let's go.
look, I want to be direct with you. It's just going to help you grow when you get them on the phone. Know what you're going to say. Don't say, like, I don't want to take up too much of your time or anything like that. Just go right into it. Like, hey, I understand you don't have time. What was the reason you listed the property? Or, what kind of, like, just go into it. You also said something else right after that, like something about time. I want to be respectful of your time. Like, you're interrupting their day. Literally just go into it, especially if somebody's going to hang up. And then there was a chunk, like a real chunk of time where you just kept talking and talking and talking. I think if that was a real frustrated seller, she would have hung up on you. So that's my feedback.
Okay. And I picked up you saying the word but 3 times, and that really negates everything you said before it. So be careful using the word but. One thing that I learned to say to expireds when they would pick up, and I could tell they were frustrated just from that hello, I was like, hey, this is David. I'm a local realtor. I work in this area, and I just can't figure out why the hell your home didn't sell. What happened? And they start talking, because that's what we call, anybody know what we
Rapport.
call that?
That's
Pattern
rapport. You're
interrupt.
right away building
Oh, no,
rapport.
Rod, somebody else just said it, though.
Pattern interrupt.
Pattern interrupt. That's interrupting the pattern of a typical call. Most agents aren't saying that, right? And it will help build rapport, like Rod said. You're talking to them, they're going to start opening up. But that pattern interrupt in the beginning, they're like, oh, and then they start answering your questions. Matt, go ahead.
You stole half my thunder. I would say in your opener, something, especially an expired, they're going to be frustrated. FISBOs too, because they're probably getting phone calls. You want to either do a pattern interrupt and you want to have something to give. You have to contribute, right? So Ariel, well, like, if you don't mind. Right, ring.
I did not review them.
nope.
Oh, wait, sorry,
I had to
yeah,
mute.
ring.
Go ahead. Ring. Go ahead. Ariel, be the
Hello.
seller.
Hi, is this Ariel?
Yes, this is. Who is this?
Hi, Ariel. My name is Matt. Real quick, I had 30 seconds if I could ask you 2 quick questions.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's great. That was my first one. My second one is, I saw your property here at 123 Main Street was expired. If you received an offer on that property, even if it was off market and it made absolute financial sense to you, would you still move that property?
Absolutely.
Okay. If I sent over a quick home valuation tool to give you a more updated valuation of the property before me seeing it, and you were happy with the number, would you be okay with setting up an appointment to get together and get that number right where you want it to be?
Sounds like it would make sense, but I think my other agent would have done that too, the one who listed it before.
Yeah, and we'd also agree if your other agent did the right thing, then your house would have been sold, right?
That's true. That's true.
So look, you're probably a busy guy. I am as well. I just wanted to, I saw that your property was expired, and I know that I specialize in helping people like you. So if your email, is this your email, arielmorel@gmail.com?
That is my email.
Great. I'm going to send over a Gmail invitation with this home valuation tool for you, as well as my business card and contact info. I'm going to be in the area later this afternoon as well, between 4 and 6 p.m. Are you going to be around?
I should get home from work a little after 5.
Okay, so would 6 o'clock be better for you, so you can, I'm not bombarding you as soon as you walk in the door?
Yeah, but I mean, I want to see your email first. I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm actually emailing you as we speak right now. I'm not going to wait till before I come to your house to email you. So, I'm going to be sending that over just in a second, and I'll make sure that you get that home valuation tool. This is my direct number too, so if you have any questions prior to our meeting, just give me a shout.
10 minutes, man. You hit it. I like that. Here's the thing that I noticed with Matt. Did he sound like he had commission breath? Did he sound like he just, I gotta have this listing? Or did he sound like, I'm not attached to this outcome and I know that I can help this person and I'm just putting it out there? That's the tone I got from him, right?
Confident. Real confident.
Real confident. And that would make a seller. He was like, I got 30 seconds. I got one question. I have 2 questions for you. Is it okay? He was like, that was my first question. I like that whole script, Matt.
Oh,
thanks, man. I had a good teacher.
Like, hey, to be honest, if your agent did all that, your home would have sold. Like, that is how you have to talk to them. That be matter of fact like that. Thought that was really good. Beverly,
you got a game of. Oh, I'm sorry, David. Yeah, just one quick. You gotta gamify it. My team leader just went to a conference out in Utah, and one of the great nuggets that here's something you guys can use. I'll leave the nugget and then I'll shut up. You can't outmarket an overpriced property.
Oh yeah.
You just can't. So if you have somebody who's so confident that their property is the right number and this, that, and the other, like, say that to them. I have, and when you do, I challenge you to hit me up and let me know how that conversation went, because you're gonna have a smile on your face because you probably opened up the door and you probably got an appointment or a listing.
That's right, because all we're doing is telling more people we have an overpriced listing. That's it.
Make it a game.
Yep, have fun with it. And what Matt was saying before about we close 5 times, the game is, and I was sharing this, I think I told this in my push training program. I went on Amazon and I purchased the Monopoly houses that you can buy, and I set 5 of them on my desk. And every time on the phone, when I went for the close, I would just slide one over to the other side. And that held me accountable to making sure I was closing for the opportunity at least 5 times before I would let them get off the phone. However, I'll do you one better. You stay on that phone as long as they're willing to talk to you. Like, play that hang up game. If they don't hang up, keep talking. Even if you've already closed 5 times, because if they're pushing back and they're giving you objections, all they're telling you is you haven't said the right thing yet. They're still open to talking to you, so keep pushing. Raj, what you got, man? What's up?
Just want to mention, so I have a listing coming up, and so I gave them a number. I met them last year, gave them numbers, and I was like, but you're not listing till March, so this is going to change. And then I came up with the price that I think is right. And then I went and they said, we want to talk to you on Sunday because we're launching it this week. And I said, fine. So I came in, I showed them comps, and they're like, we still don't like that price. I know that price is going to help get multiple offers. But when they said, so what else can you change it to? And I was like, and I just kept quiet because I didn't want to change it. I said, you're going to get, she said, like, oh, our neighbor said they got multiple offers on their home and it was a lot of pressure. And I said, well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to reduce that pressure. I'm here to summarize the offers that you're going to get. But I realized that the magic of silence and not filling the awkward silence, even if they want you to say something, they want you to raise it, they want you to lower the commission, they want you to raise the price. Sometimes you just have to shut up and suck it in and let them think through it. And at the end of the day, she agreed with my price.
It's hard staying quiet though, right, Raj? It's really tough when you put it out there and be like, no, that's the price. No, I won't lower my commission. It's so hard staying quiet. And I'll share this with you guys. I shared it this morning. Hold on, let me let Ariane in. Pointer finger, thumb. No, I won't lower my commission. And I do this all the time. I hold my mouth shut because I want to talk. I want to say something. So you guys will see me doing this all the time on my calls. I'm like this. Shut up, David. Shut up. And that's what I'm saying in my head so that I can sit there in silence. And before you know it, they're like, okay. You'd be surprised how much they say okay when you sit there in that uncomfortable silence. All right. Thank you, Raj. I appreciate that. All right. So I want to hear some other openers. Maria K., are you available to unmute?
Hi.
Hey. I need a seller. MJ, you want to be a seller again?
Sure, I can be a seller again.
Don't go easy on Maria, though.
Okay.
Yes, go easy.
All right, here we go. So FISBO or expired? Who we calling, Maria?
I guess expired since we're now just learning this.
Okay, perfect. And MJ, you're going to relist with your previous agent. Let that be the objection, all right?
Okay.
All right, perfect. Ring. You got 2 minutes, Maria.
You said MJ, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ring.
Ring.
Hello.
Hi, MJ. It's Maria. I'm a local real estate specialist. I
have an
noticed
agent
that
already. I have an agent already. What do you want?
Listen, I know you probably have an agent, but did you know that your home is expired? I'm not sure if you realize you might not have an agent.
Yeah, I'm relisting with the agent that I already had. So we've already had that conversation.
Oh, I don't know if my ears are deceiving me. Did you just say you're relisting with the same agent?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? I thought something was wrong with my hearing. You said you're relisting with your agent?
Yes, I'm relisting with my last agent.
Oh my God, that's quite alarming. Can I tell you why?
No, I gotta go.
So NJ, let me ask you a question. Where do you need to be here in the next few months?
Out this house. I have some goals that me and my husband have talked about. We just gotta go.
And I understand. Did your
I've
previous
had-
agent know? Did your previous agent know
Maria,
about your goals here when they
I've had
listed the property?
Maria, I had this conversation with my agent already. They already
Okay.
let me know the things that I need to do and how we're going to get it sold last time. So
Oh,
I
what?
appreciate your time, but yeah, I already have a strategy moving
I
forward.
understand that. Let me ask you, I mean, did your agent tell you what they were going to do differently?
Yes.
What was that?
We're going to do new pictures. We're going to do more open houses, a little bit more marketing there. I mean, a whole list of things.
Oh, NJ, I mean, if they said they were going to do that, why didn't they use that strategy the first time around?
I'm not sure.
All right, so basically they were trying to cut out corners to keep more money in their pocket without investing in your marketing and your needs to get you and your family where you needed to go. Is that correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
Honestly, Maria, I can't tell you why my house didn't sell the first time. All I know is that the second time we have a plan and we're moving forward with that.
Again, why didn't she do the strategy the first time? I mean, I respect your loyalty to your previous agent, and many sellers have felt the same way. But after reviewing, they realized their loyalty should be with their family to get them to where they need to be. Wouldn't you agree if she was supposed to do the strategy the first time, your house would have sold?
I mean, that would have been my hope.
Okay, so what is she doing differently now that she's going to be doing differently then? And why didn't she use that strategy?
Well, I just told you what she's doing different. I don't know the initial strategy.
And
but
how long has your home been sitting on the market?
77 days.
77 days. And when did you need to be at this at your new location?
I don't have a firm timeline, just as soon as possible.
Right, right. Okay. And you're comfortable with her relisting it and perhaps sitting on the market for another 3 months?
No, but with the plan that we have in place, I don't see that happening.
And did you see it happening when she first listed with you?
Did I see?
Did you see this happening, your home sitting on the market the first time around?
Uh, no, I didn't see that. But I don't know. Maybe we just weren't clear on what to do at that point.
I mean, did you know that the first 3 years, NAR states that most real estate agents don't succeed? Do you think that maybe your agent is in that 87% range?
It doesn't really matter. I've already decided that I want to move forward with her. But look, Maria, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for calling, but our mind
I'm
is
just
set
really
on
surprised to hear that you would be wasting your time again on an agent that didn't take the strategy to sell your home in the first place. Why would you trust her doing this the second time around?
I want to pause you real quick, Maria, and I love how you're just going after it. Book the appointment already.
Oh, okay.
Say to get in front of her.
Got it.
Like she's saying, like, look, I gotta go. I've already made up my mind. I'm going with this person. What would you say?
I'm gonna be in your area tomorrow. I'd like to stop by just for 10 to 15 minutes and to show you my approach on how I get home sold the first time.
Is it something you could drop off?
Yeah, sure. I can come by tomorrow at 10 a.m. or I have a little gap at 2. Which time works better for you?
You could just leave it in my mailbox.
Oh, no, I would actually like to show you exactly how I get home sold the first time around.
Okay, let's go there.
Okay.
I want you to make a stronger point on why she would want to meet with you. I mean, she said, listen, I've already made my mind up. Hey, MJ, listen, I know you don't know me, but let me ask you this. Have you ever made a decision in the past and later on you found out it was not a great decision?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. We talk about my first wife. Anyhow, MJ, the reason why I ask you that question, I know you feel like you already have your mind made up to list with this agent, but if I can be direct with you, they already told you what they were going to do to sell your home. They already had a plan and it didn't work. And to be quite honest, to come back around and say, hey, I'm going to do new things, that's not fair to you, because the fact that your home has been on the market 77 days, that has caused you to lose some equity in this property. Are you okay with that?
What do you mean lose equity?
Well, let me ask you. If you were looking for a property and you saw a house that was on the market and it had been sitting there for 77 days and all the other properties around it sold, but that one didn't sell and it was sitting there, what would you think about it?
There must be something wrong.
I mean, that's what I would think. And if you thought something was wrong and you saw the list price, would you ever pay it?
No?
That's my concern with your house. It's on the market 77 days. You relist with this agent, even if they have a new strategy, if it's not effective like their last strategy, your house might be sitting on the market another 77 days. And I don't think you would want that, right?
No, I mean, that's not the plan. The plan is to get out of here as soon as possible.
So what we need to do is actually give you a proven plan that works. I specialize in working with expired listings that didn't sell the first time around, and I have a proven method that I can show you actually works. And I can bring you a list of properties that I listed that were expired. Not only did I sell them, I got the seller top dollar and I sold it quickly. I'm not here to force you into listing with me, MJ. I'm gonna come by and meet with you before you make a decision that you might regret later on. And I'm not gonna force you to list with me. I'm gonna show you what I do. And after I cover that, whatever you decide, I'm okay with.
Well, my realtor's already sent me the documents to relist.
Well, that's fair. And I love that you have them. So if I come by in 15 minutes, I don't say anything that makes sense or looks different, you kick me out and you sign the paperwork. 15 minutes, though, will get you to see another option, because you know what they say. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You want a different result, which means you have to do something different. And that's what I'm going to show you. So today at 4, tomorrow 6, what's the best time for me to come by?
Tomorrow at 6 is probably better. It gives me a chance to settle from getting home.
I'm willing to do tomorrow at 6 if you can make me one promise.
What is that?
Don't sign the paperwork until you meet with me. If you can just hold off on signing, I'm going to send you a document, which is kind of like my pre-listing package. It shows you who I am and what I do for you to read that over and just give me an opportunity. Give me 15 minutes tomorrow at 6 p.m. And like I said, if you don't see anything different, if you don't see proven results, you just stand up, shake my hand, and kick me out. Is that fair?
Yeah. As long as it's just going to be 15 minutes, I can make that happen.
I can do it in 15. I'm committed to staying until I answer all your questions. So it just depends on how many questions you have for me. But my part, I need 15.
Okay. All right.
That's what I would say.
That's amazing.
And Maria, do y'all like her energy?
Mm-hmm.
Maria, you had me, I don't dance. You had me over here. I was like, what? And what I will tell you, Marie, you were saying all the right things. And there was a point where you should have just booked the appointment.
Okay.
You should just go for it before she hangs up. However,
Right.
I thought you did a really good job.
Thank
Looks like
you.
you're going through a great training program. I love it. All right. So next,
Push.
we're going to do one more really quickly. Who has not said anything yet today that I want to get talking? Nina, you game? Come on, Nina, unmute. Let's go. Who you want to call?
Me.
Taylor, my friend, Taylor. Hi, Taylor. I'll call.
Let's go.
All right.
What's
Lakaya,
going on?
you don't know her, so hey, Taylor's mini-me. How you doing? So who are we calling, Nina?
Expired.
Okay, and so Taylor, for you, I want the pushback to be, look, we're just going to take it off the market for now. We're frustrated. We're taking it off. I'm not interested. All right. Ring, ring, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Taylor.
Yeah, who's this?
Taylor, this is Nina. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm calling about your property at
Gosh,
8.
you got it. You're killing me. All you agents are just killing me. I'll tell you, I'll be direct with you right now. We're not interested, and we're gonna take it off the market for a while. So I appreciate you calling, but I wish you all the best, okay? Take care.
Okay, Taylor. It's unfortunate that agents are calling you with their interests instead of what you want to do. So I'm calling to help you get that property sold successfully this time around. I see that it was listed for 90 days and you decided to take it off the market. Had you sold the property, Taylor, what were your plans?
We were gonna move, but like I said, Nina, I'm not interested. Like we're gonna take it off the market for a while and be done with it. So thank you,
Yeah,
but that's it.
I understand you would decided to take it off the market. Is the fact that the property didn't sell the reason you're taking it off the market, Taylor?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, had the property sold with your previous agent, where were you moving to?
We were gonna go up to Oregon, or well, Florida, down to Florida.
You're going down to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the property didn't sell is the reason you're no longer going to Florida. So let's do this, Taylor. Let's meet for about 20 minutes and I can show you exactly how we can get this property sold successfully. So when you are ready to move to Florida, you already have the plans in place. Which time is better for you? This afternoon at 5 or 7?
Nina, I appreciate you, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not interested.
Okay, you're not interested. So the fact that you are not able to go to Florida is a reason you're no longer selling. But if I can give you that property sold for you and you can get to Florida in the next 30 days, are you available to talk to me for about 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes? And I have availability today at 5 or 7.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there. Nina, good job. You said something right at the end. You're good. She was like, woo.
Nina, I wasn't going to give it to you.
So the reason your home didn't sell is the reason you didn't go to Florida. However, Nina, here's my question for you. What's the reason he's going to Florida?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's 5 questions, right? So why are you selling the home? Why is that important to you? What would that do for you? How would that make you feel?
Okay.
Taylor, man, I'm so sorry that you weren't able to make it to Florida, man. I know that seems like it was really important to you. Why was Florida so important? Why were you trying to get out there?
That's the one question I
have. I have family down there. And so, yeah, we weren't able to make it happen. But like I said, David, I appreciate you calling and stuff, but I'm not interested. I don't want to meet with an agent, and I need you to guys. Honestly, I don't know if you can send out an email to have you all stop calling me, but I would appreciate that.
Actually, I have a little trick that can stop these calls that I think will help you, and I'm going to share that with you in a second. Let me just ask you this, though, because you said family. You wanted to get out there for family. What's that mean? Tell me a little bit more about that, and then I'm going to share a little secret with you that will stop those calls.
Well, what's family moving? What's family mean to you?
And for me, it's just, I'll tell you this just personally. I grew up around family, and I'm living in New Jersey right now, and my daughters don't have any family around. So when my wife and I talk about moving back to Ohio, the biggest thing that we talk about is that they'll be around relatives and their cousins and uncles and just have that community that they don't have here. So to me, that's what family means to me. I don't know if that's the reason you're moving, but that's why we talk about moving.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that sums it up, honestly.
Yeah. So what do you think that would do for your family and your kids if you guys were in Florida and you could be around family? What would that do for you guys?
I mean, just like you said, it would be everything. You know, yeah. So
it would be everything. So if you were there and your kids had these relationships with extended family and you guys were there for birthdays and barbecues and holidays and you could spend that time bonding with family, how would that make you feel?
I mean, that's the goal. That's the dream. That's what we're trying to get to.
And so I guess my question would be, if that's the goal and that's the dream and it seems so important to you, why are you delaying that by taking your house off the market?
You know, because I just had this shitty ass experience with this agent. And honestly, all you agents are calling me saying the same exact thing. And I'm just, I'm done with it. Like, I don't want to hear it.
So here's the secret, man, to make those calls stop, because I've been doing real estate 20 years and I know what you're going through and I know it can be a bit much. Here's the secret. When those agents call you, here's what you say to them. Hey, I'm taking my house off the market. When I do relist it, I already have my agent picked out. I'm listing my house with David Radney. When you give them my name and they know you have someone picked out, they're going to stop calling. So feel free to use my name. Whether you list with me or not, feel free to use my name. But more importantly, Taylor, let me ask you this. What do you think your agent should have done when your house was on the market?
Get it sold.
I mean, of course, outside of that, like what activities, what type of marketing did they not do that you felt like they should have done?
Well, I mean, what do you do?
I'm so glad you asked that, because I have an effective marketing and pricing strategy that I use for my properties, and I get all of my listings sold above asking price. The difference is I don't take every listing. I'm not like every agent you talk to, Taylor. If I don't see that there's a way I can help you, I'm not going to waste my time and resources and money. I will tell you and shoot you straight and tell you I can't help you. So what I'm going to do, because you're interested in knowing what I do, I'm going to be in your neighborhood this week. I'm going to be around Thursday at 4 or Friday at 2. Let me come by, introduce myself, speak with you for 15 minutes and show you what I do differently. No pressure to list your house now. However, in the future, when you are ready, I don't want you to end up with another weak agent. So I just want to show you who I am. So what's the best day for me to come out? Tomorrow at 6 or the other day at 4?
4.
That's what I would say.
All right.
So Nina, I understand his motivation now. We've connected. I know it's the family. Every day he does it. We can't get time back.
Right. That's true.
In my personal life right now, 3 people have passed away that I know. Right? He's delaying getting out there to his family. Like, that's hurting his kids. They don't have that chance to bond with their family. That's important. I can talk about that.
Right.
I know the motivation now, if that makes sense.
Okay, great. Thank
Hey,
you.
that's a good role play. I can tell you've been calling people, man. You was getting rough, dude. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Making me sweat over here.
Yeah.
So guys, I have a call at 6 o'clock, so I do need to end. Let me ask you this. Is this call valuable? Like what we're talking about, what we're going through? Do you like the way we do it on Wednesdays versus Friday? Because Friday is more rapid fire. All right, good. I'm glad that you guys are getting results. I need a couple things from you. Number one, like Taylor telling people about it. If it brings you value, help me grow. Tell people about the call. Invite them over, right? I do it Wednesday evenings at 5. I do it Friday morning at 8:30. And more importantly, folks like Taylor and Matt and Raj and Maria and people that you hear talking have gone through my push training program. I got the next one starting up in May. So you guys know how to get a hold of me on Instagram, or I'm going to put my number in the chat. If you want to find out some information or schedule a call with me, I'm going to put my website here in the chat. Schedule a call with me if you want to talk about push, because this is what we need to be doing. We need to be able to have these high-level conversations if we want to go out and convert and get more business. So My website, for those of you on Instagram who are listening, is David Radney Push. I like to make it simple so you remember it, and super simple. You can sign up for the other script calls that we have on there. And you can also schedule a call with me if you want to talk about push or talk about your business and just have a 15-minute coaching session with me. I'd love to speak with you guys. Thank you for being here. Congratulations for being here. MJ, I love your energy. You got to come back. Nina, I like what you're doing. Y'all got to come back and participate. And all of you that didn't speak today, I'm going to challenge you. Next time, raise your hand. You do learn from being part of this call. You really learn by unmuting and role playing and practicing and getting out of your comfort zone. We got to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And so I want to see you guys stepping up for you, because it's disrespecting your family if you aren't doing the activities that can help you move the needle and make more money. I hope you guys know that. Thank you. Y'all be good.